Welcome to Scientific Communication 101, Poster Presentations. In this online module we will discuss poster presentation components, poster presentation design tips, and poster session tips. At the very end of the online module we will present helpful examples of posters in STEM. Scholarly posters are visual representations of the investigative process and are used extensively in research conferences and as classroom assignments. Posters are designed to quickly show critical information about the research project in a logical format. Posters clearly explain the nature of the work, show experimental data, and communicate conclusions drawn from the scholarly inquiry. Poster sessions provide an opportunity for presenter and viewer to engage in lengthy discussions about the work and allow a large number of researchers to share their data in a short period of time. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. In the case of a poster presentation, that expression is valid and relevant. Essentially, your job is to capture your research experience on a large display board or poster paper. While class projects will not have to be accepted prior to presentation of your work, most posters for conferences must be approved by the conference organizers. Typically, approximately 4 to 6 months before the conference you will have to submit an abstract detailing the contents of your poster for approval. You will be notified of your acceptance or rejection via email. It is important that you follow the abstract construction and submission guidelines and pay close attention to the poster abstract due date. Confirm that your poster has been accepted by the conference organizers before you begin the poster production phase. Typically, posters contain 7 elements that correspond to the components of a primary research article. Posters contain a title, introduction, methods, results, discussion or conclusion, references, and a brief acknowledgments section. Some posters may also contain an abstract or may combine the results and discussion sections. For our purposes we will utilize the 7 elements shown on this slide as we construct our poster. The title is one of the most important sections of the poster and for that reason must be crafted to attract viewers and positioned at the top of the poster. Title case should be employed and the title must be large enough to be read from 12 to 15 feet away. The names of the authors and their affiliation details should also be visible. Institutional logos should be placed on the left and right of the title as shown on the screen. The introduction section includes important background information, and addresses the nature of the overall problem and main research question. Consider using pictures that quickly help the viewer understand the study's conceptual framework. The introduction section also lays out the hypothesis and purpose of the research investigation. You always want to use bullets or numbered lists. Avoid using the paragraph sentence structure in a poster. The goal of a poster is to be comprehensive yet concise. The methods section or materials and methods section presents the research procedures used during the study. Avoid using paragraph structure in this section, instead use images and illustrations to explain the protocols employed in your project. Only include the most important experimental methods in this section. Without question, the results section is the most important component of any poster. Your viewers will always be more interested in your data than any other section of your poster. Due to space limitations, only include the most pertinent data that best addresses the overall research question and hypothesis. Only present your most important experimental findings. Do not include a lot of text in this section. This section should contain mostly data images, for example, figures and tables. A brief figure title is adequate and sufficient in the results section. At least 50% of the poster space should contain data graphics. While the use of the figures and brief figure titles in the poster shown on the screen is adequate and sufficient, the addition of the figure legends is unnecessary and ultimately reduces the size of the important data images. The discussion section is designed to provide interpretive analysis of the results and provide a summary of the most salient evidence-based points. In this section, state whether the hypothesis or hypotheses can be accepted or rejected based on the data generated. Also, in this section discuss how the experimental results help to clarify the initial research question. Briefly, discuss the implications of your data to existing conceptual knowledge. Again, do not use paragraphs in the discussion section, instead use bullets or numbers to separate specific points. Documenting cited scholarly work is a hallmark of academic writing and must be employed when designing your poster. Only include the most essential citations on your poster. Make sure all of the references are formatted using the same citation documentation system. It is customary and important to recognize the funding agency or beneficial collaborators that made your research project possible. Only include 2 to 3 acknowledgements. Once again, use bullets to economize space. If you need more space, you can eliminate the acknowledgements section on your poster. Remember, the results are the most important components on a poster. Never sacrifice essential data images just to include the acknowledgements section. Again, academic posters are created when one takes information found in a research paper and condenses that information to fit on poster paper or large display board. The biggest mistake that most students and experts make when designing a poster is the inclusion of too much text. In a poster, the images should take up the most space and stand out to produce an aesthetically pleasing work of art. In a poster, appearance is everything. The text must be easy to see from at least 6 feet away. Employ appropriate font sizes for the title, headings, and body as you construct your poster. Only include graphics that are aligned with your overall research question and scope of the investigation. Use a clear font such as Arial or Times New Roman when designing your poster. Do not use different font types on your poster. For certain headers, and of course the title, you can apply boldface to the text. A safe convention is to add light-colored text to a dark-colored background. Did you know that there are many people who suffer from red-green color blindness? Avoid using red or green as text or background colors. Also, it is your job to understand the knowledge of your audience and to provide the requisite amount of details based on the educational level of your audience. In other words, if your viewers know a lot about your topic, then you probably do not need to define basic terms on your poster. Get as much help as possible. Ask your professors to provide helpful suggestions on ways you can improve your poster. You can always learn new tricks regarding poster design by carefully observing other posters. Never, under any circumstances, add content to your poster that does not belong to you and without the appropriate citations. Another point that cannot be overstated is that you must follow the strict poster design guidelines of your professor or conference leadership. Lastly, Remember, there is no such thing as the perfect poster, simply do your best to follow the suggestions and tips found in this online module. The next series of slides will show you how to use PowerPoint to construct your poster. This user-friendly tutorial is designed for PowerPoint 2013 but is compatible with other versions of PowerPoint. Step 1. Open PowerPoint. Step 2. Click the blank presentation icon. Step 3. Click the Design tab. Step 4. Click the slide size icon in the Customize section. Step 5. Click Custom Slide Size. Step 6. Click the Slide Sized for menu drop-down arrow and select Custom to modify the poster's size dimensions. Step 7. Click the Landscape Radio button and type 36 inches for width and 36 inches for height. These dimensions are for a 3 feet by 3 feet poster. In terms of the poster size, always follow the poster dimension guidelines outlined by your professor, department, or conference organizers. Step 8. Click OK. Step 9. Click the Ensure Fit button. Step 10. Zoom out until you reach 20%. You should now be able to see the entire blank poster on your monitor. If not, zoom out an additional 5%. Great job! The specific poster size dimensions, based on the poster design guidelines, have been entered into PowerPoint. At this stage in the poster development process, you can now add the specific poster elements that were discussed earlier in the online module using text boxes, tables, and data images. When you plan to print your poster, it is best to simply save your poster PowerPoint file to a USB drive and take it to the appropriate print center. The printing process is relatively straightforward. The print center staff will take your USB drive and download your poster file on their computer and print your poster on a very large printer. The printing process usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes depending on the paper type and other factors. Poster sessions are fun and potentially very educational. To ensure a successful experience, scout the location prior to the session. As viewers interact with your poster, they may have questions. Brainstorm potential questions and answers before the poster session to enhance your preparation efforts. It is best to prepare a 2 to 3 minute summary speech of your poster. Many poster designers also prepare a separate handout for their audience. The handouts may contain additional data, contact information, or other items that could not fit on the poster due to space limitations. Many student presenters also bring a few business cards to give away. This may stimulate further discussion and potential collaboration or internship opportunities down the road. The next few slides give you an indication of the different types of poster session venues. Again, one of the functions of a poster session is to provide an opportunity for a large number of research presentations in a short amount of time. Again, either online or during an actual poster session, it's a good idea to study a wide variety of posters to gain insight regarding the best design strategies. The following slides are examples of quality posters. Use a poster presentation rubric as you design and present your poster. The poster presentation rubric displayed here is found on the Support Project website. Also, search the internet and read additional texts that explore poster design and presentation. Finally, if you have any questions about information covered in this online module, please contact the Support Project staff or STEM faculty on campus.